We are live. What's up? Heck yeah. Sorry about the last live stream. It got cut short because my phone died. But we're back in a little shack and kind of going to go over some things with you guys. I'm currently just doing some real maintenance, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of grease. You guys can pick these up at Walmart pretty cheap. It's good stuff. I know there's other brands that make millions of different, you know, different here's and there's, but that's just what I go with. It works. um, anyways, but hope everybody's fishing's been okay. Hope everybody's been catching, and hopefully things are starting to pick up again. I went to Winchester this last weekend. Went there twice actually. Fished both days with my buddy Jason. Second day I brought my friend Anthony along with. You guys probably know Anthony from a couple other videos, but brought them up there. Well, I mean, Jason lives pretty close. He lives about half an hour outside of Winchester. Well, probably not even that, to be honest. Like maybe 15, 20 minutes outside of Winchester. So we all made it in there and tried to fish for some largemouth. Jason and Anthony both ended up catching a couple trout. But what's up, Noah? How's it going? And I ended up catching just a small little 4-inch largemouth bass, but nothing crazy. Wasn't a great trip. I mean, it wasn't a good trip at all, really. First 2 days we went there, it was raining, it was soggy, it was miserable, and there seemed like no fish to even be caught. First day I had a bunch of topwater blow up, so I kind of like got my hopes up, that's why I went for a second day, thinking maybe we'd be able to get on some of those fish. But unfortunately that was not the case. But yeah, it was mad fun. I mean, it's always fun, getting out there and throwing some line in the water. Never a bad time whatsoever. But got back into town Saturday evening. Didn't fish Saturday. Fished a little bit Sunday evening and caught a couple smallmouth just here in the valley. So that was good. Something kind of picked back up. I don't know, but caught a couple of those guys. Actually, on these poor boys baits, these are the Erie Darter, and this is in a Mango Magic color. Kind of reminds me of like a PB&J because it's got that kind of brown color. You guys can kind of see over here that like copperish brown color to it, and then it has like a gold and a purple flake in it. And yeah, they are quite money. Didn't really expect anything on it. I actually picked those up at my local camp, cabin, and home, and I hate to say this, but unfortunately they are completely getting rid of their fishing section. At least so we've been told. It's been like a whole year since they've said this, and they keep discounting things over and over and over. So it's down to now 50% off on all fishing tackle. I'm not sure if that includes rods and things. If it does, I'm gonna pick myself up probably like an HMX or something, because I've seen a couple HMXs in there that I know are pretty decent rods, so I might pick one of those up, try it out. I might not though, who knows? I like sticking with my favorite rods, and they're always going to be my number one. But yeah, 50% off, guys. So I ended up picking up like 4 bags of these things, a couple different colors. This one's the Darter Smoke. And then we got, let's see what else. Erie Darter and Watermelon Green. So a couple different colors, but they look really good for throwing just as like Ned rigs or shaky heads, things like that. They're money for smallmouth, that's for sure. Couple things, guys. We got Door Shack trip coming up again this week, so be sure to stay tuned in. like Monday, Tuesday of next week, and I'll have that video up for you guys, or at least getting edited through. I'm really hoping I'm not coming down with a cold. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I kind of got a little bit of a sore throat going on. Probably gonna take some NyQuil and pass out tonight and just try to sleep it off. Still got 2 more rough days of work and possibly a Friday if we don't get our quota done. So we'll see how that goes. But excuse me. Other than that, we're doing some maintenance. We're hoping to go, and yeah, exactly. Good sleep. You always got to count on that rest and drink lots of water. So, got me a water bottle. I'm gonna be drinking water probably every day at work now. I usually wake up, have an energy drink, and get to work, but I wake up stupid early in the morning and have a job that starts at 5 a.m. So it's what it is. But that's boat building for you. But yeah, enough of that. For the most part, we're planned on either Friday or Saturday heading up to Door Shack. Not 100% sure yet. I haven't spoke with my buddy on all the plans or whatnot, but probably going to speak with him tomorrow. See, tomorrow is Wednesday, so yeah, probably going to speak with him tomorrow. I know we were wanting to order a couple jerk baits from Megabass, but it just hasn't happened yet. Not really sure what we're going to do about that. We might have to end up getting 1 or 2 day shipping and maybe order this tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Drink coffee. Is that what you said? I was saying drink a little coffee or OJ water milk. Yeah. I actually 90% of the time I do drink an orange juice when I get to work in the morning. So there's definitely that. But yeah, I just been this morning and yesterday morning just drinking a lot of water. So I'll get it to go away. Probably eat some vitamin C pills a little bit too, because that never is a bad thing. Always helping out, right? Sorry about that, guys. Had a little message pop up on my screen. So anyways, kind of going through some real maintenance with you guys and how to set some of this stuff up. Yeah, no doubt. OJ is the way. That's for sure. It's some good stuff, right? But anyways, kind of real maintenance. You got my Quantum PT here, and that's kind of a little bit harder to see, I guess, with this dang light in the way. But yeah, there we go. Quantum PT Accurist, and let's see, I wonder if I can just face it this way and maybe have it actually a little bit better, not match. But anyways, basically take the spool out. Spool's got one small bearing right here on the end. You can kind of oil the top of it and spin it with your finger to get that oil to sink in. Takes a little bit. It's not the funnest, but I do recommend getting some different bearings that you can easily oil. I know Speed Spool makes some stupid nice ones. I'm not 100% sure if you can order or if you can oil them, but they're very nice. So check those guys out. But anyways, take off your side spool. There's one on the spool itself, and then you're going to want to oil this end cap as well. And then you're going to little spool tensioner off. And once you get that guy off, you can flip it up like this, put a couple drops of oil in there, kind of spin it a couple times, get it all free in there and whatnot, and then flip it back over, put all your guts back in it. First part, bingo bango, just like that, and your side plate back on, and you're pretty well good to go. Another thing I love to do, just personal preference, and it seems to I don't know if people are having a really bad problem with your spool squealing when you cast it out there. Here's a trick to fix it, and at least it's worked with a couple people's reels now, and I seem to use it on mine all the time, and it seems to always clean it up. But you take a little dab of your grease there. Not a whole. You really don't want much, So basically, I just get the little tiny bit that's on the end there, just a little tiny little bit, and you're just gonna just kind of wipe it right across there. So you only got just kind of take your finger, up and down the spool there, and maybe a little bit on the end, and bam! I mean, that's really it, and it's honestly been seeming to work pretty freaking well. Oh man, that's no good. I'm glad that you're that willing to actually ride though that far to fish that spot. I mean, props to you, bro. Props to you. I would come pick you up and give you a ride if I lived closer, I'm sure. Cuz I would love to fish constantly with some of my followers and you know, just new people I meet. But yeah, so put a little bit of grease on that guy. Pretty easy. You don't have to put much. I mean, you don't even really want it to show or to be able to be seen. Just a tiny little thin layer. And then you got it back inside there. Put the cover on. Should be nice and smooth. Bearings are a little worn out in this guy at time, so but yep. Pretty smooth. I still love this reel. I use it quite a bit, so that's why it gets used hard. It's caught quite a bit of fish, probably over 100 or so fish, and a couple different types in there too, not just bass. But anyway, so that's kind of some reel maintenance that I'm going over, getting all these guys set up. Kind of got it down now that I do have quite the selection of rods, which is super nice. Been very thankful to have Favorite on my side and helping me out all the time. Working with those guys has been just an absolute, pretty much blessing in just such people. If you guys haven't ever worked with Favorite or any rods or anything, I was absolutely completely turned. I wasn't a big bass fishing guy, really. Just kind of like to go out there and just fish for whatever, And I feel like Favorite definitely turned me more into, I guess, a bass fishing guy, and not really saying that I am 100%. I absolutely love to go fish for other types of fish all the time, like all the time. I'm constantly trying something different. It's just that the way that their rods kind of brought me into bass fishing and how much more, I guess, like upbeat and fun it is. In my perspective, in my point of view, that it's become. It's not, and everybody wants to call it a sport, and it sounds bad, I guess, that so many people want to call it a sport. I don't picture it as a sport. If you truly love those fish and you just want to, you want them to be happy and live, then you're that kind of person that's just, catching the fish to just be able to just admire the beauty of the fish, which is how I am. And I know there's a lot more people out there that just want to, be able to catch something and eat it and whatnot. And that's fine too. That's, to each their own. But I absolutely love being, where I'm at now in this day and age, and I definitely can say I wouldn't be here without Favorite and those guys, and how much they've helped me just grow and into who I am, and how much I love going for smallmouth bass. Smallmouth are just my all-time favorite. I know it's pretty much local to me, so I have mainly 90% of smallmouth. Largemouth are mad fun too, and they're crazy. They're definitely a crazy fish, but I don't know, something about catching a smallmouth is just stupid thrilling. I think the biggest thing for me is sometimes, like, these winter days, I don't ever seem to catch largemouth during the winter. I don't know spots to catch largemouth. I don't have a whole lot of lakes really around me. I'd have to drive pretty far distance, at least 2 hours, to be able to drive. or not drive, but to be able to fish for largemouth. Um, and then in doing that, 90% of the time you're going to catch pike over largemouths because the pike are kind of invading a lot of those spots where the largemouth are because they're more of a colder water eating blah 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 fish type thing. Anyways, at least that I know of. But I love smallmouth. I love fishing for them. The biggest thing that I was gonna say just a few minutes ago before I started rambling on was fishing for smallmouth bass in the winter time or the cold weather, and you're just out there grinding for hours and you're not catching nothing, right? I mean, it kind of feels like a day of steelhead fishing. Don't get me wrong, I like steelhead fishing. I'm not the guy that's going to go out almost every day to do it, though. I'll go out once in a while, kind of thing. It's just something about that grind game to catch a smallmouth, though. When you hook a smallmouth fishing in the cold, it seems like the first thing that you notice is a bronze back, and I mean probably too many people notice, but a bronze back come up, a couple feet in front of you and turn and then head back down. And it's just something stupid thrilling about that absolutely makes me, love fishing for them. And they fight so freaking hard. Definitely a big fish, definitely a big smallmouth. They fight so hard. I know there's tons more fish out there that fight pretty freaking hard, but I want to get a couple of my buddies on a good 4 or 5 pound smallmouth, and we'll see what they say about some of their fishing, So, just me, my personal preference. I absolutely love him for him. I'm gonna read some of Noah's comments here because he's been messaging me up a fool. One sec here, buddy. Yeah, not a whole lot of grease on your reel. Don't want to, like, literally just a very thin coat. I mean, if you really think about it, that much more grease on your reel is actually going to slow it down. It's not really doing much to. You just want a thin layer on there, so it can just glide across, globbing up. It doesn't have room to even go somewhere, so then it's kind of just getting sticky in a way. Let's see here. What else we got? I use an 8-foot Eagle Claw with an Abu Garcia bait caster that's super old and still catch to 5 pound bass and catfish. Nice. Heck yeah. Do bass in the winter chase moving baits? Not as much, buddy. Not as much, that's for sure. When I fish smallmouth in the winter, 90% of the time, I'm dragging tubes on the bottom. And I'm casting way out. I'm letting my bait drift pretty far out and then kind of sink all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm slow dragging that bait, kind of back me, hopping it once in a while, letting it sit, kind of back me, hopping it once in a while, letting it sit. I mean, you really have to entice them in the cold. It definitely seems like. Lately this fall, Dorshack, the main reservoir that I've been fishing, has been absolutely crazy active. Another great way to catch fish in the fall. So I guess yes, a moving bait it would be correct. Would be a jerk baits work amazing in the cold also. Also another really good one thought after is a blade bait. Most people wouldn't think they'd be excellent, but they're super versatile. They have 3 different ways you can clip them and retrieve them. And for the most part, I just leave it on the one it comes with, which is usually right in the middle. I slow roll it and I just kind of jig them off the bottom, and you get a lot of bites like that. Really nice one a couple weeks back off a blade bait. Just smoked my blade bait almost maybe 2 feet from the bank, and I watched the fish come up out of nowhere and go for it. But ended up missing it. I was so bummed, and cast a couple more times back out in that same spot where I thought he would have been, and just didn't entice him again. So it's definitely one of the bigger battles for winter fishing or fall fishing, at least around my area, is a lot of the fish just are just stupid dead slow, and I mean it's a workout to catch them, but when you do it, you just feel that much more glory, I feel like. Um, but yeah, anything else I was gonna try to chat with you guys? About? I'm trying to remember here. What kind of you said you have an Eagle Claw rod? Is it just a quick, throwing it out there? Is it a bait casting rod or is it a spinning rod? Do you know? Or do you know the difference? Just curious. Or do you know the difference? Just curious. So there's one thing a lot of people get confused on, and it was one of my actually first kind of questions I got a lot, 90% of the time when I worked for North 40. Just somebody would come in and be like, I want to run. Or I want to, and then I'd be like, okay, we have a casting rod though. Okay, okay. I was just making sure. I'm not trying to throw hands here or anything. I'm not trying to battle with nobody. If anything, I'm just trying to help future subscribers and anybody else who's watching this video out just a tad. But you really can't use a spinning rod with a bait casting reel. It's not so great. I mean, you can probably get by. I've definitely I got by for like maybe a month with it, but it's just not. It's not how you want to go. For one, casters. Casters. They basically rely on tension, and with a bait casting rod, you have smaller eyelets all the way down the rod, and you have more eyelets, which keeps more tension on the line for your caster. Also, within this, your first eyelet's going to be not bigger like a spinning rod would be, and within that bigger eyelet, makes it so you can backlash 10 times easier. Sure, you might. Yes, I know that you can set it up so you do not backlash. I've used spinning rod, like I said, like when I first got into it, that was the thing. I didn't know myself either. Was that basically you could just have whatever, throw a setup together and try to go out there and fish, right? That's how we all are. I mean, we're gonna fish how we're gonna fish, and I'm not putting anybody down for that. Whatever works is what you got, and I'm super down for just going for it. Got to use what you got to have, or what you have. But anyways, basically within turn of that bigger eyelet, it's gonna wad up a little bit quicker before it even hits that eyelet, so it's not gonna keep it precise all the way down your rod. And those bigger eyelets are gonna make it more of an easier happening if you get a backlash and whatnot. So definitely helps to have a casting rod with a bait caster and a spinning rod with the spinning reel. But if you got a casting reel and you really want to use it, because 90% of the time you're probably going to be able to make better casts with it anyways, and you only got a spinning rod, then make it work, right? Make it work. But you're gonna have to set it up. I mean, you're gonna have to know how to use a bait here, and for that, check out a little how-to video on, and I might just make a video if you guys want one. But they're mad fun. Definitely the jump from a spinning rod or a spinning reel, excuse me. Definitely the jump from a spinning rod or a spinning reel, excuse me, up to a casting reel is amazing. It definitely is. And so many people hate to make that jump for such a long time, and they're just so used to the old ways, and that's totally fine because it works. I mean, you're still going to catch fish on a spinning rod too, but casting reels are fun. They're kind of like in the new age sport, and they're new age sport, and they're a blast. a blast to go out there and throw around. So, basically, a little bit about what's been going on or whatnot. For Door Shack this weekend, gonna be throwing a lot of jerk baits and jigs, a couple of these little eerie darters on a Ned rig and a shaky head. I got one rigged up right now as a shaky head, but like I was telling you guys earlier, for the most part, I keep all my reels off my rods now, just because I have a pretty big selection of rods now, and yeah, for the most part, it's just a grab and go kind of thing. Which day I think I'm gonna need this rod, which day I think I'm gonna need that rod, or whatever. What kind of fishing I'm doing is what kind of rod I need to grab, and having the reels already off of them, I can just simply throw them in my backpack. This reel, that reel, I can throw in my backpack. I made a little bit more room in my plastics bag on my backpack so that I can fit like 2 or 3 reels in my bag and carry along, and then I can just carry an empty rod and rig up when I get there. Makes things a little bit easier on me, and it's definitely a lot nicer. It's just stupid nice, and I can't thank Fate enough for helping me out and getting me all the rods that I do have. So big shout out to them. We also got a care package coming this week, so tune in, guys, for that video, as we'll be doing an unboxing with some new gear. But let's see, other than that, I think we're kind of out of here, guys. Fishing Door Shack this weekend is going to be mad fun. I don't have anything else planned the rest of the week. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of fishing, just a lot of working, a lot of grinding, a lot of prepping, that's for sure. I just want to be ready for this weekend and try to get a big one. Hopefully, I feel like this is always the time of year that I catch something that's just massive. So we'll see how she goes. I'm hoping to break my PB on Door Shack again. It's only at 5 pounds, so I know I can beat it. There's a lot bigger fish up there. I know people have caught 7 pounders, 3 or 8 pounders. There's just yet to be a 10 pounder caught out of there, but it's coming. It's coming dang soon. And I'm hoping I can be the one to do it, and maybe get my name on the biggest fish out of there or whatnot. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna check back with you maybe later on this week, or possibly let's see, probably if I don't later on this week, then it's gonna be either Monday or Tuesday when I check back with you guys. But yeah, got a little bit planned. It's been a hectic one, but still trying to get bait shipped out. So hidden fishing, I know you're still waiting on those. But it is what it is. I mean, we're getting there. So we are getting there, guys. But thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I know Noah already did. Thank you. Big old thumbs up to you, sir. But yeah, lots more. I mean, always, and getting videos for you guys. Trying to get a little bit more and a little bit more. But we're gonna have some trips planned this following year. I'm gonna be purchasing a John boat here within the next month or two. And then we are going to be kind of going through a John boat build on that. I'm going to basically just make that into my personal little mini bass boat. We're going to be putting in a live well on it, full bass deck, and trolling motor up front. And yeah, bilge pump, live well, all that good stuff. Aerator. Make up a live well, probably just out of a cooler, to be honest. But want to be able to fish some tournaments this next year and bring you guys along with. And yeah, no problem, bud. And let's see, what else we got planned? What else do we got planned? Might be even making a trip over to like Green Bay area, something like that, and doing a video, hopefully with my buddy Joe. Probably my buddy Joey would tag along with me, and we're gonna go over there and do like a guided tour for some smallmouth over there, and try to jump around a little bit, maybe plan out a couple trips with you guys. So we're definitely gonna try for some couple things. we got a crazy hectic year this next year coming, and I'm gonna be still finishing building my drift car. If you guys don't know about that, I have a page that I run. It's called DVS Performance Barn, actually, and I am current. I mean, it's nothing. I haven't posted anything in forever because I haven't had money to work on the thing. But I do have a project that's been on the back burner, and I will be making a time lapse video that will be going up on YouTube once I get that thing put all together. And yeah, we'll have that going. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling. Hit that thumbs up button. Go click that subscribe button if you already aren't subscribed to me. And we got lots more fishing coming, guys. Lots more gear coming, lots more videos, lots more fun, and lots more DBS fishing adventures. So, we'll get back to you.